People are wasting years suffering from problems that could start improving in minutes, yet no one is telling them how. What if the key to clearer thinking, better circulation, and healthier skin wasn't hiding in a pill bottle, but in a single drop of rosemary oil? For centuries, rosemary has been celebrated in kitchens and healing traditions, but modern science is now catching up with what ancient healers once believed. But what if this everyday herb held far more power than most people realize? Why do certain aches and skin problems seem impossible to shake off, no matter what you try? And what if the answers weren't hidden in expensive treatments, but in something much simpler? In this video, we're going to uncover a natural solution that science is finally beginning to take seriously. You'll discover why researchers are calling it one of nature's most underestimated tools for everyday health. Stay with us, because by the end, you'll know exactly how to unlock its benefits safely and effectively. Before we get into it, can you do us a quick favor? Like this video and subscribe to join our healthy community. Also, type yes in the comments section now, so we can see how many of you are interested in this type of video. All right, let's get started. When most people hear rosemary, they think of the herb sprinkled on roasted potatoes or used to flavor soups. But beyond the kitchen, rosemary has a long history as a plant valued for wellness and healing. The essential oil, extracted from its leaves, is where much of this traditional wisdom meets modern science. Rosemary oil is made up of natural compounds that give it its distinct aroma and properties. Scientists have studied some of these in detail. For example, one key component is 1,8-cineol, also called eucalyptol, which contributes to rosemary's refreshing scent. Then there are carnosic acid and carnosol, which are strong plant-based antioxidants. Finally, rosemary carries a range of aromatic molecules. These are what rise from the oil when you open the bottle, instantly recognizable and surprisingly powerful in how they interact with our senses. What's important to know is that rosemary oil isn't just a single chemical, it's a complex natural blend, carefully balanced by nature. The shocking health benefits of rosemary oil. First, calm the scalp and support stronger-looking hair. Many people notice changes in their hair and scalp as they get older. Hair may look thinner, shedding can increase, and the scalp itself may feel tight, itchy, or irritated. These changes are not just cosmetic. They often point to an imbalance in the scalp environment, which directly affects how healthy hair appears. Rosemary contains several natural compounds that scientists have studied for these concerns. Antioxidants such as carnosic acid and carnosol, along with aromatic molecules like 1,8-cineol, appear to reduce irritation and support the tissues surrounding hair follicles. By creating a calmer, better balanced scalp environment, rosemary oil may help hair look stronger and fuller over time. This isn't just theory. A randomized clinical trial compared rosemary oil with 2% minoxidil, a widely used topical treatment for hereditary hair thinning. After 6 months, both groups showed improvements in hair counts, and the rosemary oil group reported fewer side effects like scalp itchiness. Rosemary has also been studied for dandruff and scalp irritation. In one double-blind trial, a rosemary extract lotion performed as well as 2% ketoconazole, a common antifungal medication, in people with seborrheic dermatitis. Participants experienced relief from flaking and itch, pointing to rosemary's antimicrobial and soothing properties. What these findings show is that rosemary oil is not a quick fix, but it may support scalp comfort and hair appearance when used consistently over time. Results typically develop gradually, often becoming more noticeable after several months of regular use. Next, supports healthy blood flow. Good circulation is essential for nearly every function in the body. When blood flow slows or vessels become less flexible with age, it often shows up as cold hands and feet, numbness, swelling in the ankles, or muscle cramps at night. These issues can feel small, but they are signals that tissues and organs may not be receiving enough oxygen and nutrients. Researchers have been interested in rosemary because of its key compound 1,8-cineol, also known as eucalyptol. In laboratory and animal studies, cineol has been shown to relax blood vessels and influence vascular tone, which can support smoother blood flow. Some studies also point to mild anti-inflammatory effects that may reduce strain on vessel walls. In addition to cineol, rosemary contains antioxidants such as carnosic acid and rosmarinic acid. These compounds help protect blood vessels from oxidative stress, a process where unstable molecules damage cells and contribute to stiffness and aging of the vascular system. Protecting vessel walls in this way may help circulation stay more efficient over time. While large-scale clinical trials are still limited, early human research is promising. For example, small studies using rosemary extracts or aroma exposure have observed improvements in blood pressure regulation and subjective warmth in extremities. For many, cold hands and feet, or lingering stiffness, are just part of daily life. But with regular use of rosemary oil, some begin to notice subtle shifts such as warmth returning to the extremities, easier movement, and a quiet boost in overall vitality. Next, strengthen the body's defense system. Our immune system works around the clock, defending us against bacteria, viruses, and other environmental stressors. As we get older, this defense can weaken, leaving us more vulnerable to infections and slower recovery times. This is why researchers have looked closely at rosemary and its natural compounds for their potential to support immune health. One of the most important elements in rosemary oil is carnosic acid, which has been studied for its ability to regulate inflammatory responses in the body. Laboratory studies suggest that rosemary compounds may help balance this response, calming unnecessary inflammation while allowing the immune system to work more efficiently. Rosemary also contains rosmarinic acid, a molecule known for its antimicrobial and antiviral activity. Research shows that rosmarinic acid can inhibit the growth of certain bacteria and even slow down viruses in experimental models. Another angle researchers are exploring is rosemary's antioxidant profile. Free radical damage can weaken immune cells, but antioxidants like carnosol and rosmarinic acid help preserve their function. By reducing oxidative stress, rosemary oil may support immune cells in carrying out their protective roles more effectively. It works best as part of a balanced lifestyle that includes good nutrition, sleep, and regular movement. Consistent use may help your body stay more resilient, giving your natural defenses the support they need to keep you healthier for longer. Next, calm the gut and ease discomfort. Digestion is one of the body's most sensitive systems. When it isn't working well, even simple meals can leave you feeling heavy, bloated, or uncomfortable. Stress, aging, and diet all play a role, but research shows that plant compounds may offer gentle digestive support. Rosemary oil contains terpenes such as 1,8-cineol and borneol, which have been studied for their effects on smooth muscle in the digestive tract. These natural compounds can help relax the muscles that move food along, easing cramping and reducing the tight feeling that often comes after eating. In addition, rosemary's phenolic compounds, including rosmarinic acid, show antimicrobial activity against certain bacteria that can disrupt gut balance. By reducing harmful microbes while supporting the body's natural flora, rosemary may contribute to a healthier gut environment. This balance is key to smoother digestion and better nutrient absorption. Studies have also looked at rosemary extracts for their role in liver function, since the liver is central to digestion and detoxification. Some animal research suggests that rosemary compounds may help protect liver tissue from oxidative stress, supporting its ability to process fats and toxins effectively. While human studies are limited, these findings add to the picture of rosemary as a plant that works on multiple levels of the digestive system. For many people, digestive discomfort is a daily struggle. Rosemary oil doesn't act like a fast-acting medication, but it may offer steady, gentle support by calming the gut and reducing irritation over time. Many people notice less bloating and a more comfortable digestion experience, making meals enjoyable again. Next, relieve headache and clear the mind. Headaches come in many forms: tight pressure around the temples, throbbing pain behind the eyes, or a dull ache that lingers through the day. They can be triggered by stress, fatigue, dehydration, or muscle tension in the neck and shoulders. While over-the-counter remedies are common, many people look for natural ways to ease the discomfort. Rosemary oil has drawn interest because of its analgesic and calming properties. Compounds such as camphor and 1,8-cineol appear to influence nerve pathways linked to pain perception. In experimental studies, these molecules showed the ability to reduce sensitivity in pain receptors, which may explain why rosemary has historically been used for tension and headache relief. A clinical study published in Phytotherapy Research found that an herbal blend containing rosemary helped reduce migraine frequency and intensity when used alongside standard treatments. While rosemary wasn't used alone in this trial, its contribution was significant enough for researchers to highlight its role. Beyond direct pain relief, rosemary's aromatic effects play a role. Inhaling its scent has been linked to reduced cortisol levels and improved mental clarity in small human studies. For someone with stress-related headaches, this dual effect, addressing both tension and mood, may make rosemary particularly valuable. It's important to keep expectations realistic. Rosemary oil is not a cure for severe or persistent headaches, which always require medical attention. Next, ease muscle and joint pain. Aches in the muscles and stiffness in the joints are among the most common complaints as we age or after long periods of physical activity. Whether it's soreness from overuse, discomfort after exercise, or stiffness linked to aging, these issues can limit movement and drain daily energy. Rosemary oil contains compounds such as borneol and camphor, which have been studied for their anti-inflammatory and mild analgesic effects. These natural molecules may influence pathways that regulate swelling and discomfort in tissues, making them valuable for easing everyday muscle and joint strain. Research also suggests that rosemary's antioxidant components, particularly carnosic acid, help reduce oxidative stress in connective tissue. This matters because oxidative stress can accelerate the breakdown of cartilage and muscle fibers, leading to persistent stiffness. By helping to protect tissues at the cellular level, rosemary supports the body's natural repair processes. In a small clinical trial, rosemary extract applied topically was found to improve knee function and reduce pain scores in participants with osteoarthritis. Though the sample size was limited, the findings point to rosemary's potential role in joint health when used consistently as part of a supportive routine. What makes rosemary oil unique is its warming sensation when applied. This gentle warmth may increase local blood flow and help muscles relax, offering comfort without the harshness of synthetic rubs. For people managing everyday aches, it's often the combination of reduced stiffness, improved flexibility, and a sense of warmth that creates noticeable relief. While rosemary oil cannot reverse chronic conditions, it can be a useful tool for those seeking natural, ongoing support. Used regularly, it may help restore comfort and ease the burden of tight muscles and stiff joints. Next, supports freshness and controls body odor. Body odor is something most people prefer not to talk about, yet it affects confidence and social comfort. Sweat itself is nearly odorless. The problem arises when natural bacteria on the skin break it down, producing compounds that create an unpleasant smell. Rosemary oil is rich in antimicrobial compounds, particularly rosmarinic acid and essential oil constituents like cineol and camphor. Laboratory studies have shown these molecules can inhibit the growth of bacteria and fungi commonly found on the skin's surface. By limiting microbial activity, rosemary helps slow the breakdown of sweat, which is the true source of body odor. Beyond its antimicrobial effects, rosemary oil has a naturally fresh, herbaceous scent. Unlike heavy synthetic fragrances that only mask odor, rosemary provides a clean aroma while also addressing the microbial imbalance that causes the smell in the first place. This dual action makes it an appealing option for people who prefer more natural approaches to personal care. Some small studies in cosmetic science have even tested rosemary extracts in deodorant formulations, reporting positive results in maintaining freshness throughout the day. These findings reinforce what traditional practices have long suggested. It's important to remember that rosemary oil is not an antiperspirant. It won't stop the body from sweating, which is a natural and healthy process. Instead, it helps keep the skin environment balanced so sweat does not develop into noticeable odor as quickly. Next, boosting skin health and protecting against infections. Healthy skin is more than appearance. It's the body's first line of defense. When the skin barrier is weakened, it becomes more vulnerable to dryness, irritation, and infections. Rosemary oil has gained attention in dermatology research for its potential to support skin health at multiple levels. One of rosemary's strengths is its broad antimicrobial action. Laboratory studies show that its essential oil components can suppress the growth of bacteria such as Staphylococcus aureus and fungi, including Candida albicans, both of which are linked to common skin infections. By keeping these microbes in check, rosemary may help the skin maintain its natural balance and resist irritation. Another factor is its antioxidant capacity. Compounds like carnosol and carnosic acid neutralize free radicals that contribute to skin aging and inflammation. Reducing oxidative stress supports the skin's natural repair processes and helps protect collagen, the protein that keeps skin firm and resilient. There is also emerging evidence that rosemary extracts can play a role in soothing inflammatory skin conditions. Experimental models suggest that rosmarinic acid can reduce markers of skin irritation and calm overactive immune responses in the skin. While more human trials are needed, these results align with traditional uses of rosemary in calming irritated or blemish-prone skin. With consistent use, this may translate into clearer, stronger, and more resilient skin over time. Next, improves respiratory function. Breathing should feel effortless, yet many people struggle with congestion, seasonal irritation, or a sense of tightness in the chest. While these issues often have multiple causes, research suggests rosemary oil may offer gentle support for the respiratory system. One of the main compounds in rosemary oil, 1,8-cineol, has been widely studied for its effects on the airways. Clinical research has shown that cineole can help thin mucus and improve clearance from the lungs, which may ease breathing in people with chronic respiratory conditions. It also appears to have mild bronchodilatory effects, meaning it can help the airways stay more open. In addition to easing mucus buildup, rosemary's anti-inflammatory properties may play a role. Inflammation in the respiratory tract is a major contributor to discomfort, making every breath feel heavy or restricted. Studies have found that rosemary extracts can reduce inflammatory markers in lung tissue, helping the airways remain calmer and less reactive. Its antimicrobial activity is also relevant. By reducing the growth of certain bacteria and fungi, rosemary oil may help keep the respiratory system less burdened by microbial stress. This does not make it a substitute for medical treatment, but it provides another layer of natural support in maintaining respiratory comfort. What makes rosemary particularly interesting is its combination of aroma and biology. Inhaling its scent is not only refreshing, but also delivers active molecules to the upper airways. Next, oral health and fresh breath. The mouth is often called the gateway to health, and for good reason. Oral problems like gum irritation, plaque buildup, and persistent bad breath don't just affect confidence, they can also influence overall wellness. Researchers have been studying rosemary oil for its potential role in supporting oral hygiene naturally. One of rosemary oil's strongest qualities in this area is its antimicrobial activity against oral bacteria. Laboratory studies have shown that rosemary extracts can suppress the growth of Streptococcus mutans and Porphyromonas gingivalis, two of the main bacteria linked to tooth decay and gum disease. By helping to keep these microbes under control, rosemary supports a cleaner and healthier oral environment. Another important aspect is rosemary's ability to reduce biofilm formation. Dental plaque is essentially a biofilm, a sticky layer of bacteria that clings to teeth and gums. Some experimental models suggest rosemary compounds can disrupt this process, making it harder for harmful bacteria to adhere and multiply. This could help limit plaque buildup and the irritation it causes. The aromatic nature of rosemary oil also brings a simple but meaningful benefit: fresher breath. Unlike artificial breath fresheners that only mask odor, rosemary's essential oils address the microbial sources of bad breath while leaving behind a naturally clean, herbal scent. While rosemary oil should never replace brushing, flossing, or professional dental care, its natural antimicrobial and refreshing qualities make it a supportive addition to oral wellness strategies. Next, sharpening memory and mental clarity. As we grow older, it's common to notice small lapses, forgetting names, losing track of tasks, or struggling to stay focused for long periods. While these changes are often considered a normal part of aging, research shows that certain natural compounds, including those in rosemary, may help support mental clarity and cognitive performance. One of the most interesting findings comes from studies on rosemary's aromatic influence on the brain. In controlled trials, people exposed to the scent of rosemary performed better on memory-based tasks and reported improved alertness compared to those in unscented environments. Scientists believe this effect is linked to volatile compounds that travel through the nasal passages and stimulate brain regions involved in concentration and recall. Laboratory research has also highlighted rosemary's neuroprotective potential. Compounds such as carnosol and rosmarinic acid appear to reduce oxidative stress in nerve cells, which is a key factor in age-related cognitive decline. Protecting neurons from this damage may help preserve their function over time. In addition, some studies suggest rosemary can influence levels of neurotransmitters like acetylcholine, which plays a central role in learning and memory. By slowing the breakdown of this chemical messenger, rosemary may help the brain process and retain information more effectively. Rosemary oil is a cure for memory loss, but it may offer gentle, ongoing support for mental sharpness. By enhancing focus, protecting nerve cells, and encouraging better communication between them, rosemary can be seen as a natural ally for keeping the mind clear and engaged. Lastly, ease menstrual cramps. For many women, the monthly cycle brings not just inconvenience, but days of real discomfort. Cramping, lower back tension, and bloating can make even routine tasks feel overwhelming. While painkillers are the usual solution, natural approaches are gaining attention for their ability to support the body without heavy side effects. Rosemary oil is one such option. Research has highlighted rosemary's antispasmodic properties, meaning it can help relax muscle contractions. In the context of menstruation, this translates into soothing the spasms of the uterine muscles that cause cramping pain. Its anti-inflammatory compounds, such as rosmarinic acid, may further reduce discomfort by calming the inflammatory processes that intensify cramps. A clinical trial published in the Iranian Journal of Nursing and Midwifery Research found that women who used rosemary extract reported a noticeable reduction in both the severity and duration of menstrual pain compared to those who did not. These findings suggest that rosemary may be more than a traditional remedy. It has measurable potential to ease monthly challenges. Beyond the physical effects, rosemary's refreshing aroma has also been linked to mood support, which may help balance some of the irritability and low energy that often accompany menstrual discomfort. How to use rosemary oil safely and effectively. Rosemary oil is powerful, and using it correctly makes all the difference between getting steady benefits and risking irritation. While it's natural, it's also concentrated, so care and consistency are key. 1. Topical use on skin, scalp, or joints. Always dilute rosemary essential oil in a carrier oil such as jojoba, coconut, or olive oil before applying to the skin. A safe concentration is typically around 1–2%, about 6 to 12 drops of essential oil per 30 ml of carrier oil. This dilution reduces the risk of skin sensitivity while still delivering its active compounds. Apply gently to the target area, such as the scalp, muscles, or chest, and avoid broken skin or sensitive areas near the eyes. 2. Aromatherapy for memory, mood, or breathing. Inhaling rosemary's aroma can be done safely with a diffuser, adding 2–3 drops of oil to water and running it for 10–15 minutes in a well-ventilated room. Alternatively, a few drops can be added to a bowl of hot water for gentle steam inhalation. Even simply opening the bottle and inhaling softly for 30 seconds can provide a quick sense of alertness. 3. Oral use with medical guidance only. Rosemary oil is highly concentrated and should never be taken by mouth undiluted. Some standardized rosemary extracts, not essential oils, have been studied for oral use in capsules or teas, but these are very different from essential oils and are designed for safety. If oral use is being considered, for example, for digestive or antioxidant support, it should only be with professional guidance and using products specifically labeled for internal use. Self-experimenting with essential oil ingestion is not safe. Precautions when using rosemary oil. While rosemary oil can be a helpful addition to daily wellness, it must be used with care. The oil is highly concentrated and should always be diluted in a carrier oil before applying to the skin to prevent irritation. It should never come into direct contact with the eyes, open wounds, or very sensitive areas. Rosemary essential oil is not meant to be swallowed unless it is a specially prepared product designed for internal use and taken under professional guidance. Rosemary oil may influence circulation and has been linked in some studies to changes in blood pressure, which is why those with hypertension or related concerns are advised to avoid it unless medically supervised. Pregnant or breastfeeding women, as well as individuals with epilepsy or other chronic health conditions, should consult a healthcare provider before use. If redness, itching, or any discomfort develops, discontinue immediately. As with all essential oils, it should be stored safely out of reach of children and pets. Who would have guessed that something as simple as rosemary oil could carry so much potential? From supporting memory and circulation to easing discomfort, refreshing the skin, and even helping with hair. This time-honored herb truly shows why it has been valued for centuries. The real key is consistency. Use it safely, in the right way, and give your body time to respond. Small steps each day can add up to meaningful changes over the long run. Now we'd love to hear from you. Have you ever tried rosemary oil before? Or is this the first time you're discovering its full range of benefits? Share your experience in the comments. We always enjoy learning from this community. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and pass it along to someone you care about, especially those looking for natural ways to support their health and well-being. Thank you for spending time with us today. To keep exploring, we've handpicked 2 more videos just for you. Click on one of them now, and we'll see you there.